Jalen Hurts was a second round pick for a reason. He's a second round pick for a reason. If you have any sort of upside, any sort of talent, if you have that big cannon arm, if you have that big size as a quarterback, you're a first round pick. Even Lamar Jackson, who didn't have any skill set as a passer really in college, he just had one attribute, and that was that speed. And somebody said, screw it, I'm taking a first round flyer on him. There's a reason why the Eagles got Jalen Hurts as a reach in the second rounder, and the reason he wasn't a first round pick. That's my concern, and that should be your concern too.
First
Max,
off,
let me ask you, who did the Packers draft in the first round?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
And you think if they had a redo, they wouldn't have tried out Jalen Hurts instead of Jordan Love?
I don't think it matters a damn bit because they got the best quarterback in the league, or second best at this point, Aaron Rodgers.
Or okay. I'm going to counter your argument. You keep bringing up the fact that he's a second round damn pick. Now I'm going to prove to you just now why that they really don't make a hill of beans. Get this. So
it does. It does matter.
We just recently talked about the GOAT, who was drafted in the sixth round.
Go back and talk about what happened in 1955. Go ahead. All right. I'm talking about this past draft.
Okay.
Max, who did the Dolphins draft?
Tua Tagovailoa.
And how great did he do this season?
Listen, he had a winning record as a quarterback.
Max, what I'm saying is if this draft was redone, the Eagles got a steal at quarterback. And you're saying you're putting that X against him for being a second-round pick. You can't count that against him.
I'm going to sit here and stamp the fact that Hurts would have been taken higher than any of those guys.
It would be different. It would be a different order. Jalen Hurts isn't a bad quarterback to draft in the second round, albeit it definitely made no sense at all.
No, it didn't.
T, I'm going to go to T's point about Jordan Love. You're telling me you think that at this point, Jalen Hurts showed you enough in 4 games that the Packers would take Jalen Hurts over Jordan Love, and there's a reason they took Jordan Love in the first place. So there's no way in hell I'm going to sit here and agree with you that if this was all redone, Jalen Hurts would be a first-round pick. There's no way in hell I'm telling you that. Tua, albeit he didn't have the best stat performances, still came 1 game away from making a playoff run. Jalen Hurts went 1-3 in 4 career starts.
All right, but sit here and think about this. Did the offense flow better when Jalen Hurts entered the game? Yes or no?
Barely.
He's in denial. He's in denial.
Barely flowed better. What do you mean tell you? A record of 1-3 and a passer rating, mind you.
Okay. Real quick before we go off, real quick. You beat the number 1 defense at the time of the New Orleans Saints. Okay,
I don't hear that. I don't want to hear that. 3rd game in a row on the road. It's a look ahead game to because they had to play the Chiefs at home the following week. It's a look ahead game, T.
Whatever. Anyway. Okay. You edged the Cardinals, in which you were down. Jalen Hurts was getting his ass kicked that entire game, no doubt. And he still was fighting and clawing and coming back. That I respect. I respect that. The fact that he kept that sorry ass team in that game. I respect the hell out of that.
33-26 was the final score of that Cardinals game, and that's thanks to DeAndre Hopkins, and that's it.
If you're
that was a good game. The Eagles kept competitive. Max, the Eagles were done by this point. They were done. They put Jalen Hurts in.
Your number 1 point to support Hurts is the fact that he almost beat the Cardinals. I'm not going to sit here and agree with that. I mean, he lost the game. You can't sit here and be like the number 1 point is, he almost beat the Cardinals, so he's good. Like, come on.
Okay, but also, once again, I'm going to also remind you of the fact that who's about to take these sorry ass receivers to Texas and try making them into half decent receivers? Who's doing that?
Texas. Don't harp on the Texas point.
I don't hear Carson Wentz flying any receivers out of North Dakota.
This all goes back to the misplaced anger. The anger's on Howie Roseman, guys. The anger's on Howie Roseman, and the anger is not on Jalen Hurts. But you guys need to realize.
Yeah, but the point to bring up that Jalen Hurts was a second-round quarterback doesn't make sense at all because you have Jalen Hurts, albeit we mentioned second-round pick. He was able to come in and take over this team. Now we can guide our hatred towards Howie Roseman and the mistakes he's made. Of course, we didn't have to draft Jalen Hurts second round, but again, this is a Howie Roseman choice that he made, and this is something that this Eagles team has to build on. Now, Jalen Hurts, I'm saying if this is a quarterback-friendly draft, then of course some players are going to get drafted over Jalen Hurts. But if you compare the players drafted before Jalen Hurts, after Jalen Hurts sits at a pretty good spot being drafted second round.
Listen, if I could go back and do this over again and take Jeremy Chin instead of Jalen Hurts and have Jeremy Chin in our backfield, right, or not in our backfield, but in our defense right now, and have just a quarterback controversy in a half with only one quarterback on this roster that's worth a crap, and have Carson Wentz and debating whether are we going to trade him away for a pick, or not only that, are we going to draft a quarterback at 6th overall? I'm taking that much over the situation we're in right now.
So real quick before we end it, you would rather take a chance on one of these kids coming out of
I would
college?
rather have Jeremy Chin and Zach Wilson on this team. I'd rather have Zach Wilson. What has shown you, and what makes you have more faith that Zach Wilson can't come in day one and be better than Jalen Hurts? Because he will be. He will be better day one. He's a better player.
BYU is where he comes from, correct?
Look at the talent. People are comparing this guy to his talent to Patrick Mahomes. And some of the throws that he makes. It
doesn't matter until you see what happens on the professional field.
Zach Wilson is going to be better than Jalen Hurts. That's all I'm going to say. And then on top of that, you add Jeremy Chin on that defense.
Max, if you go back and reset the draft, we don't pick Jalen Hurts last year's draft. Now you have Carson Wentz suffering through the same problems. Then what do you have to do? Because then you can't focus your first overall pick on a wide receiver or a cornerback. Then you have to focus it on a quarterback, albeit maybe Justin Fields falls to 6. We don't know. But then there's multiple problems, because then now you have to settle for that quarterback that you may not have wanted, who isn't familiar with this team. And then you have no supporting cast around him. So it can go either way.
So basically,
the moral of the story is Howie Roseman really messed up.
He could have been in the Matt Stafford sweepstakes. We could be in for Sam Darnold, taking a chance and see if he has an opportunity to play in a different scheme under Adam Gase, because I still think Sam Darnold isn't that bad of a damn quarterback either.
Oh, God.
My point is, I'm not going that route. Don't get me wrong. But my point is, there's other options besides just taking that first-round quarterback. I mean,
pull your head out of your ass.
Hey, you haven't given me a single point to why I should buy into Jalen Hurts more than I should Zach Wilson, for an example. And not only that, you guys are undervaluing Jeremy Chin in that defense. I mean, that's a guy that would literally be probably our second best defensive player, maybe our third.
Listen, I'm not undervaluing Jeremy Chin. I said that I would rather them have picked Jeremy Chin over Jalen Hurts. I've said that on a numerous of occasions, because y'all know me. I'm a defensive guy. I care more about defense, of course. I'm going to lean more towards defense, but Jeremy Chin would have helped this defense and this team overall out a whole lot more than Jalen Hurts have. But I digress.
So here's my point to you. You'd rather have Jalen Hurts in this Carson Wentz drama with no other stud on that defense, rather than having either keep Carson Wentz, get rid of him, and get another quarterback and have Jeremy Chin. That's basically what you guys are telling me.
What we're telling you is we can't time travel. We can't go back and undraft Jalen Hurts. That's not the reality. But I agree. We shouldn't have drafted Jalen Hurts second round, but we did. And now it's about how we're building off of that, how this team's going to improve in the future. And right now, we're stuck in the middle. There's nothing that this team can do right now that's going to solve anything, because if you get rid of Carson Wentz, there's cap. A dead cap right there and then.
I agree 100%. I agree 100% with you. That's what makes me so frustrated.